to the 108 episode of the Premium Advantage.
Boop.
Today, January, what are we today?
24th.
24th, 2025.
24-25.
We are here thanks to tax season. Don't forget, go to the website, thepremiumadvantage.com. Set up your tax preparation appointment. We will answer your questions. Subscribe to the newsletter. You subscribe to this newsletter, you subscribe to the raffle. You will get a chance to win. You get information about taxes and insurance.
Subscribe and win, baby.
Don't forget, Friday, every Friday we have episodes. A host, myself, Roberto, Premium HTX on all social media. Our co-host, Mr. Jacinto.
Hello to everyone in podcast land.
Thank you very much for joining us. Our topics for today, so we try to line them up and try to be a little strategic with regards to the topics. Right? Don't forget, taxes and insurance, and so we try to create that streamline of solutions, right? So we put the information out there. Tax season, don't forget, it's coming up, and so we're trying to be organized with the information, not try to be the last minute, but hey, we're trying to be streamlined and quick and efficient, right?
Make that one of your New Year's resolutions, to actually do your taxes on time this year.
You have the ability to go to the website, do one appointment, set it up at kind of your own pace, go through the process, ask your questions.
This guy's the best. You can literally ask anything. I've tried to ask any possible crazy solution.
Right.
And he's like, yo, I can fix it. I can tax that. I can figure out a way for you to get.
The typical answer, hey, there's a website, go to irs.gov, you can read through that thing, you find your answer.
His answer is always make an appointment.
Go to the website. Go to this website, go to that website.
Hey, we get it handled, man. We get it handled. Love it.
About the deadlines coming up. Also, the weather. Some updates on the weather. We've had some interesting situations with regards to weather. So let's talk about that.
It has been weathery.
And weather is connected to insurance and things of that nature. So we have those discussions, how those are connected. Sportscinto, a little bit on the updates on the sports situation. If you've been keeping up, you've seen a little bit of little predictions here and there. So I want to chat about that because it's kind of the nature of the sequence that we have, right?
Yes.
Predictability and things like that.
It's all about the nature.
All right, cool. So what we got? Tax season, key dates, 2025.
Tell us about the key dates, man.
All right, so these are important dates because that way you can set up a pattern so that you don't miss your deadlines, and if you want to be early, that way you can just get it done, right? So keep that in mind. By January 27th, the IRS is going to start accepting e-filings. They probably may be accepting some now, and so I wouldn't rush at this particular moment. But start getting yourself organized so that if you can get everything done by the start date, that would be great. That would be great. Give that some thought. Or if not, still you have a little bit of time. At least if you're a tax filer that's receiving income. Now, if you're an employer or you're a contractor, the next deadline after that is January 31st. Keeping in mind, in order for folks to do their taxes, they need their forms, right? So there's the deadlines for the employers and for the contractors to send out the forms so that people can do their taxes.
Okay.
So that's going to be January 31st. Be on the lookout. If you don't have it, request it, right? And then keep it in mind, if you don't ever receive it, it doesn't mean that somebody didn't file it. If you can't get in touch with somebody, you should still report your income as you can calculate it the best that you can.
Okay? So just do it the best that you can if you don't have the documents. And
if nobody ever sends you there's ways for you to get information, right? Your bank account, how much they sent you can use the calculation, right? And so, but you really want it to be where they match the numbers and everything is like, hey, you pay me and I pay it and this is what was filed.
That's what they want, right? Yeah.
I mean, you want it to be where it's accurate and matching, right? And so, so that's the deadline for that. That's so you don't want to file too early without your documents. Sometimes folks will use their pay stub. And the pay stub, not quite exactly the time periods that a W-2 may have. Slight differences there. So keep that in mind. Don't rush it. Right. So keep it in mind. Right.
Dude, wait valuable for information.
Get all your W-2s, get all your 1099s, put everything in there from the beginning. Don't rush the process because if you file ahead of time and you don't submit all your forms, you kind of have to do double work. You have to, what happened, what was the error? You have to pay money back.
Yeah.
Just keep it in mind. But these are the deadlines, so no rush. There's time. You have a tool, the website, thepremiumadvantage.com, help you with those questions.
Exactly.
March 15th. So if you have a partnership, though, keep that in mind. So if you have a partnership, right? If your business entity is like a 1065 partnership or classified as like an S corp or an LLC that's classified as an S corp, right? When it's an S corp 1120S filing and the 1065, those are due March 15th. Okay. So 1 month before the general deadline for the 1040s, which is what everybody's typically looking at, is the partnerships and the K1s reporting because that income needs to be sent to the owners.
What's a K1?
That's the income that's left over after whatever partnership splits up the income between the owners, depending on what percentage it is that they have decided into their operations.
Know that.
Yeah, so each one gets, right, so that in order for folks to have sufficient time to include those K1 reports, they need to have a little time. So that's why one is due 1 month ahead, and then they get the forms, and then they should have everything ready to go by that final deadline, right? Very challenging to finish your taxes if you don't have those forms, so keep that in mind. Technically speaking, the timeline already spanned. We're already past December 31st. You should be able to go back and get, but you know, priorities, people push things back, so keep that in mind. You probably won't be able to file right now, but you don't have to wait until the very end to file if you got your things organized and you get your documents and everything's ready to go.
Shout out to all those people who are going to be at the post office at 11:59 on this day.
We get them.
I've been that person before, so I know how that is. Everybody's running, and there's a person there who's just like, yeah, I know, come on, give it to me. Here. They're super nice about it because they know all of our late people. So don't be one of those this year. Let's do it early this year, man. Get with this guy, get it set up.
All right, cool. And then the April 15th deadline, you can always, if you don't meet these deadlines or the March 15th, you can always send for an extension.
Yeah.
But filing extension doesn't mean you don't owe the tax, doesn't mean there's no penalties involved. It just essentially tells the IRS, I'm going to be late. I'm going to be late.
What about the deadline for extensions? How does that work? Is there a deadline, or when are you supposed to do those? Or
I mean, if you've missed the deadline, if you haven't filed the deadline extension by the deadline, you missed the deadline extension for the extension deadline.
Got it.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Don't go through the extension situation. Just get your taxes filed.
Be natural. Don't get extensions.
So there you go. Little quick rundown of the deadlines that are coming up, right?
It's important.
The ones that are coming up this next coming week, at the end of the month, then March, and then again in April. Awesome. Any questions, let us know. Go to the website. We'll answer them.
Sounds good.
Let's know.
The weather.
Oh, Houston, the weather. Yeah, we got some pictures.
Well, the weather outside is
got some
frightful.
Pictures. Yes, thank you very much for sharing that picture for your balcony, sir.
So, yeah.
Did you guys enjoy the snow? Can I get some feedback with regards to the snow? Maybe send us some information. I saw a lot.
This is first thing. This is first thing in the morning. Oh no, this is after. Yeah, no, it is first thing in the morning when the snow dropped, which is really nice. And then this is a psychopathic neighbor of mine jumping in the pool.
Wow.
Plunging right there. So yeah, that was fun. But there was enough snow to make a snowman. I made a little snowman and everything. I didn't take a picture of that. My snowman came out really messed up. But did you guys do any snow angels, or like what did y'all do?
With my wifey on the rooftop enjoying the coat of snow that we got blessed with, is what I would say.
Yeah.
Is that we got to really enjoy. We got some snowman out of there. We went to the park also. We did some snow angels at the park. It was, man, we had an awesome time.
Which park?
Emancipation Park.
Okay.
Park in Third Ward. Yeah, it was super nice. We had some little hills, went sliding. It was fun. We almost froze to death. It's a fun adventure. It was like, have you ever seen the movie, The Monkeys, the 12 Monkeys?
Oh yeah, with Brad Pitt?
Yeah, with Bruce Willis.
And Bruce Willis, yeah.
Yeah, right. Brad Pitt and Bruce Willis. Correct.
What does that have to do with that?
Right. It just kind of felt like that when you were walking around. And you know in the part where he goes back in time and there's like all the animals and all the bit like super peaceful.
That's trippy. Like, that's an interesting analogy.
Oh man.
Yeah, but it was super peaceful. It was very powder, very soft snow. The streets were empty. It was a weird feeling. It was a cool feeling.
Like a 12 Monkeys.
It was 12 Monkeys.
But without the monkeys
and without the Brad Pitt.
The kids were the monkeys and all that playing in the playground.
Yeah, no, and there was lots of kids at the Buffalo Bayou Park at that big hill, sliding down that. Even over at Herman Park at the Miller Outdoor Theater, you know, that huge hill right there. That's one of my favorite hills to roll.
I saw that. We did see
that. That's one of my favorite hills to go down.
Don't drive anywhere. I turned the TV on. Everybody's at the park.
That's why I was like, how'd y'all get there? I was like, man, I don't know how y'all got there.
They were in line, dude. Keep this in mind. We made lines. Keep this in mind. In December, we made lines at the park for fake snow and paid for this line. Correct. To do this fake sliding. So it makes sense to me that some people would be in line for this real snow. Wow. Now that I saw it happen.
Dang, how much was that ticket for fake snow?
Oh man, it was. I think you have to pay for parking too.
What?
Not all of them. Not only one of them charged for parking.
Oh man, but still, that's such an interesting perspective. We just got it for free the other day.
Oh man, it was a blessing. Prayer. Thank you very much for non-losing power. I mean, everybody in the city.
Every Houstonian gets snow once in their lifetime, so I guess that was our. I got it once. I remember when we were a kid.
Before, but this is the nicest. Nicest we've enjoyed it for the longest.
We're about the same age. So like when we were like, what was it? Like we were like 10, maybe 12, I remember. It snowed in Houston, and I remember it was such little snow that we made a snowman laying down on the ground. Like he couldn't stand up.
Oh, really?
We had to just puff it on the ground. But this year was real snow. So shout out to all the conspiracy theorists out there talking about climate change, and it's amazing what's happening. And I don't know what it is, but wow. Houston got a rude awakening the other day. It's still super cold, man. As you can see, I still got rocking my beanie.
But it feels nice. The cool weather does feel nice, though. To a particular level. There are at some points when it's like, ugh.
You know what, man? Honestly, the best part about all this right now is that all the bugs are dead.
That is true.
Dead bugs.
That is true. Keep them out. We gotta keep them out.
Favorite thing in the whole world is when bugs are dead, because they love me. I will get bit all over the place. So I'm loving the fact
that in the summer, come back, it's like, oh, how do we get rid of these bugs?
Cheers to dead bugs.
All right, cool. Hope you enjoyed this. See you next time. Where else?
Yes,
More
indeed.
Attorneys Lifting Insurance. Keep it in mind if you need some options. You got some questions about insurance, homeowners, commercial insurance. Go to the website. We will answer your questions. Sportscinto, what's up? What you got? Give us an update.
It's that time. Sportscinto time. All right, y'all. Oh, my God. The NFL. Oh, last week, the Texans game. Oh, my God.
That's right.
I don't know if you heard about the Texans game. So, I
we were watching it.
am still...
Kills, the whole thing.
I'm still correcting my predictions because I predicted last week that the Texans could win by 1 point or get destroyed, right? What I didn't predict was that the Texans were going to play the Chiefs and the refs. What? Dude, we got just rolled over by the referees. It is so blatant that even the commentators are talking about it. Troy Aikman was the commentator of the game, and even he, who is a quarterback, for God's sake, he is a quarterback, was talking about the problems with the NFL and how the officiating is obviously going for the Kansas City Chiefs.
I heard about that, and then I saw, well, here's the deal. You don't really know what's real these days, right? So you don't know who replied really to what, but a report, I've noticed, Mahomes made a report like because they're right there, oh yeah, well, you know, the refs called some plays, and there were other good plays. Oh yeah, so that too. So that was real? That was a real response?
Absolutely, that was.
Right. So because they were accusing him, and it's like,
of course he's going to say that. I would say that too.
Say, yeah, we got them refs in the pocket. Woo!
Yeah, no, of
That's
course.
not going to say it.
Of course not. But this one particular ref that game, they're 7-0 when he refs their games. They did the numbers on it. Oh my God, they've already done all the numbers on it. All of the NFL talks, everybody.
They're like, hey, hold on, this one looks a little.
They've already done the numbers, man. And the Kansas City Chiefs are number 1.
Yeah.
And everybody else is at the bottom when it comes to calls. It's been for the last 5 years in a row. It's been that way. It's also interesting how they also keep showing Taylor Swift every 10 minutes on TV.
Yeah.
So it's
they're selling.
They're selling. It's a product.
Tickets.
We keep thinking this is a game for fun.
Well, that's the nature of the conversations that we've had because of the probability and whether or not you're gonna put money in it. It's like, hey, save time and money while you're gonna waste your money playing a game that's rigged.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
It's just like the shell game in New York, right? It's just that shell. Where's the queen?
So whenever things get broader, where it's kind of hard and the predictability becomes a little more, that's good engagement, right? But then whenever it's like, you can't really tell because it's rigged.
Then it's not fun anymore, right? That's what they took the fun out of it. And that's exactly what happens in that Texans game. They were momentum swings. Now, granted, this number 1 problem is still offensive line.
Pivotal momentum swing plays.
Humongous.
Because as soon as the plays were made, it was a immediate counteraction situation.
Sports are very momentum. It's all about momentum, especially when you get to the playoffs. Every team is good at this point.
Sure.
So now it's about who has momentum, who doesn't make mistakes, right? And the Texans made a lot of mistakes.
Sure.
We gave up 8 sacks, dude.
But still, keep in mind,
you can't win a game giving 8 sacks. You can't. I'm sorry. And we offensive line made tons of mistakes.
But still, no matter what, they would have lost the game.
No, that's my point.
All right.
I honestly think we could have won by maybe 1 point.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Those plays.
Yeah, gotcha.
Because those were momentum swings, man. They were huge.
So what was the final score again?
That's a good question. I think we had 12.
No,
it was 21-12.
No, 14, right? Remember they did that 2-point play at the end that messed up the spread. On top of everything else. I'm
going to talk about that, by the way.
On top of everything else, they did a play that messed up the spread, from my understanding. Is that correct?
100%. 23-14 was the final game, final score. So the spread was 8.5 points.
Oh, okay.
Why at the very end of the game, does our punter, who is the ex-punter for Kansas City, by the way.
Is that right?
He was the punter at Kansas City last year. We get him this year. And then he messes up in the game. Like, wait, is he a double agent? And then at the very end of the game, we're losing. It's over. There's only a few seconds left. He gets to punt the game. What does he do? He runs out of bounds to get a safety for 2 points for the other team, which throws off the spread. So now everybody in Vegas is upset or made millions of dollars.
Right, because you knew the spread.
From those two, that one moment.
Yeah.
Why? I went back. I had to go back and rewatch the game.
And the question is this: when was the last time a quarterback pulled up a play like this? Whenever
Never. And that's what I'm saying. I had to go back and rewatch the game and fast forward to the end and watch it and watch everybody's body language, because you can see a lot of who's betting, who's not betting along with that. Like if the score is super high and then they all of a sudden they hit a couple of threes to shave the points, and you see one guy go like, yeah, like, oh, you obviously got money on that game or on that spread. And that's exactly what happened. When that puncher ran out of bounds, you saw a whole bunch of people, like 5-10 trickles of people cheering because they just got their spread covered. Man, it is so fishy. It is so skeptical now with the NFL. I'd never felt like this before in my life until now.
Really?
It has gotten blatant, man, with those calls that the Chiefs got. And then here's the one that did it for me, y'all. I had to rewatch this in the game.
Did they do
I thought it was crazy.
I thought the other team got to call back a play. Say, hey, watch the play again.
Of course.
And then what happened there?
In the punt?
Yeah, no, in whatever play that was the missed call from the ref.
Well, the first one, our D'Amico didn't challenge it.
Okay.
The second one, it was being looked at by the referees, and they said it was okay.
Yeah.
That's the one where Mahomes was dancing around for an hour and then falls down, and our guys hit each other. Our guys miss him and hit each other.
Sure.
And then they call the foul on us. Like, what? And then they go back and look at it because New York has the ability to go. New York is where the officiating takes place. New York has the ability to see a play and see it and actually pull a flag up. Like, no, that didn't happen. And they had the opportunity, and they still let it go. But here's the one that did it for me, y'all. The one that did it for me, I was like, dude, there's something wrong with the NFL today. One of the referees was obviously bought off.
Okay.
And I know this because I play football, man. I've seen this, and I know how chain gangs work. The chain gang is the name of the group of people who move the chain, right, to the marker for the first downs and for the touchdowns, all that, right? So one particular person was bought off. Here's how I know. We get to close to a first down.
Okay.
The guy comes out and puts the ball short of the first down, like by 2 yards, like super short.
Yeah.
The other referees look at each other. I'm watching this on TV, man, and they look at each other and they're like, "Did you call that? Did you call that?" And then the head referee's one with the white hat. He runs over there and he grabs the ball, and you see him kind of like put it where it's supposed to be.
Okay.
And nobody said anything. Everybody just walked up, and I'm the only one like, look what just happened. He obviously put the ball short because of us. The other referee was like, that's too obvious, bro. Let's put this back. And then let's keep playing. Dude, so bad, so upsetting.
Interesting.
So I'm still proud of my Texans, man. We had an amazing season.
It was an interesting game, and you know what?
We should have won that game. We could have won that game.
I did perceive the missed catches and this and that, but I thought about the snow, the cold, and then the ice on top. So it was like, I mean, they got farther than ever before. Is that not correct?
100%. It was
farther than ever before.
It was great. It was great, man. We had a great season. We're gonna do some big changes in the offseason. Yeah. Offensive line is obviously gonna be our number one thing.
How many refs are we gonna get?
Oh, we need to sign some refs. We need to buy some refs.
I'm just saying, if this is what I'm only asking because if the game is shifted, is what I just said. The game is shifted. We're not recruiting reps.
We need to start recruiting refs. Houston, when you see those referees out and about, you give them love. You buy them drinks. Hey,
what's up, baby?
You know,
get the reps in. You gotta get the.
Whatever we gotta do.
Hey. All I'm saying is,
I will go home with one of those refs if he wants me to.
Right.
Whatever they need to just get this, man.
They'll deflate the balls. They'll do this. Hey, whatever it takes. I'm just saying, you gotta step up that edge there, dude.
Man. That's it. So that's what so this weekend. The NFL matchups, we got go back. So we got the Commanders, who used to be the Redskins. The Commanders are going to be playing the Eagles, that's on Sunday. And then the Bills are going to be playing this dreaded Chiefs and the refs. So good luck to the Bills. I'm rooting for the Bills to kill the Chiefs. So we are now at the point.
Oh, the Eagles.
The National League, the NFC is going to crown their champion. The AFC is going to crown their champion. And they are going to meet from then into the greatest game of all time, the Super Bowl. So we are super excited for this situation. I hope y'all enjoy this Sunday and watch all of those games. All right, what else we got? Oh, yeah. So really quickly, I just wanted to talk to you about the NFL. This is the salary cap. So I love how they use the guy from The Price is Right.
Sure. Is that him?
Yeah, that yodeler dude?
Yeah.
All right, so anyways, this is the salary cap in 1994. The salary cap, in case you don't know, this is the amount of money that a team can spend on all of their players. If they go over that amount, then they have to pay a fine. So this is what the NFL has created. Since 1994, the salary cap was $34 million. Today, 2025, $275 million is the salary cap.
Wow.
Now, some teams get more than others based on their TV rights, like, for instance, the Cowboys.
This is from the Pat McAfee show.
Pat McAfee. Shout out to that's my favorite show on ESPN. So shout out to Pat McAfee and all the boys there. So
what the video?
No, for sure, man. But you know, the fascinating part for me was in 2010. Look at that uncapped year. You could do whatever you wanted. You could buy whoever you wanted in 2010. That was fascinating. But the interesting part for me, it was going up. It went up to 123. It went uncapped, and then they brought it down.
Wow.
And
too much, guys. That was too crazy. It was too crazy.
They kept it down for a couple of years, and now it's...
We don't want to go back to that. We don't want to go back to that.
So, the Texans got money. We're going to move some things around.
Okay, cool.
I'm excited about the NFL this next year. It's going to get even better. I'm already concluding this year like it's over. It is for me because the Texans lost. But I truly hope that the Bills can take out the Chiefs. If the Chiefs win and go to the Super Bowl again, they have a chance to be the first team ever to three-peat.
Oh, wow.
Nobody has ever done that before.
Pushing it.
And they're going to put him...
Because nobody's ever taken a refs into their team before.
Thank you.
No, just saying.
Thank you. And so the whole GOAT conversation about who's the greatest quarterback of all time has been raised again because even though Tom Brady has 7, it doesn't matter because if this guy does 3 in a row, that's something Tom Brady can never got close to doing.
Dude, so you know do they check on the balls now with regards to the inflation?
Of course they do.
They check on that now.
What
else could be done? Could be done? Because I'll tell you what, they're doing it.
They're going to do everything they possibly can.
That's right.
You know, and even Coach Belichick got busted for recording other teams' practices. Mm-hmm. It's like, and then when they busted him, he said, "Oh, I didn't know."
We're trying to get 3 in a row, guys. Push it.
Basically, he said that, but he said, "I didn't know I couldn't do that, and I misremembered the rules." That's where his exact words were. And everybody's
play ball.
Okay.
Play ball. Okay,
thanks, Coach.
Let's keep going. Yeah.
All right. So that's all we got. Also for Sportscinto, the Rockets are continuing to kill people. I went to the Martin Luther King game on Monday.
Okay.
So at Toyota Center, and the Rockets played the Pistons, who are terrible, and we lost.
Okay.
Then we come back and we play our next game against the greatest team in the NBA right now, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and we beat them. So the Rockets are kind of a little streaky right now. We had a good momentum like this, and now we're kind of teetering a little bit.
Sure.
But this is what it is with a long NBA season. I'm still optimistic about our Rockets right now. We're in second place. Yeah. The OKC Thunder are first place, and Cleveland, the first place team that we just beat, they only have 6 losses the whole season, and we're one of them. So that's pretty amazing. So Rockets continue to look good. That's why I got my Rockets beanie. So I'm excited about that, and that's what I got for Sportscinto this week.
Cool. Thank you very much. Appreciate the update, sir. Cool. And we are trying to schedule more appointments, more guest professionals, folks that give us information about more tools that we have available for ourselves, right? And so the meditation was one that we introduced a few months ago. And also, we are going to be doing more Spanish episodes. Los episodios en español. Vamos a empezar los episodios en español al final del mes. Al final de cada mes tenemos ahorita en el horario hacer los episodios en español. Cualquier pregunta que necesiten, manden a preguntar. Okay?
So, eu não entendo, eu falo português.
Yeah, Sportscinto, if you want to speak another language, bring it to the table. We'll see how we can.
Tá bom, tudo bem.
We'll see how we'll make it happen. So now, the meditation episodes, and they asked us to share some meditation events that they have. Okay. So one of them is on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. They shared a QR code, which we'll put the QR code in the About section, right, and then we'll share it around. And don't forget, this is from the Heartfulness Power of Meditation, right?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, we're trying to schedule them as guests, hopefully by February. So keep that in mind. Some good information there about the power. I've been definitely using this tool a lot since we were introduced further into it, and it's definitely been very valuable. So keep it in mind. Power of meditation. Cool. Reminders. check the list, right? Don't forget, every week we're trying to do daily, maybe starting in May, but right now we are weekly. The raffle, once a month, the first of the month, we'll reveal the raffle winners. You get to win $100. See it in the episode, or if you want to go to some of the events that we put together, go to the raffle.
Sign it up, man.
We got to take a picture to close it out.
Oh,
One picture to close out the episode. Here you go.
And don't forget, also, my comedy show I got coming up on January 31st. That's going to be at Net Bar. Here we go. Uno, dos.
All right, cool.
January 31st at Net Bar over like in the Heights area. That's at 8 p.m. I'll remind y'all about that. Shout out.
See you guys
Appreciate
next time.
y'all, man. We'll see y'all next time. Pinkies up.